Hey everybody, this is Rick, also known as Duke City Devil Dog. Today is the 3rd of January 2020. I am in Fort Worth, Texas. I made a run into Denton, Texas early this morning and dropped my load off at the Target Distribution Center. They got me out of there at a decent time. It was pretty painless getting through there, so liked it better than Walmart, but Walmart's not that bad either. A lot of room to maneuver the truck and stuff like that, so I like that. It is getting a little bit late, so this light's a little strange, but I did want to film something. I tried to film something a little bit earlier, but I almost lost my microphone, and because of that, again, the sound's pretty bad. So because the sound's pretty bad, I don't think I'm going to include it, but I will talk about what it is. So I'm here at the Pilot in Fort Worth, Texas. There's not a lot around here, except for there's a Cabela's across the street, and I went to go explore that. I came over here for a few reasons. One, I had some shower credits, so I took a shower, got nice and refreshed, felt really good, but I was tired because yesterday, I think I explained what happened yesterday. Yesterday, I got ready to run. I was on that load that was going to West Jefferson, Ohio. I was getting ready to hit the road, and I got a phone call about getting a repower and me bringing a load down here to Denton, Texas, and some guy picking up the loading, heading up to picking up my loading, going up to West Jefferson, Ohio. Difference of about 600 miles. I had 1,000 miles left on that run. This was a 400-mile run, but just the way that it happened and everything, I didn't get a lot of rest. I got some rest the night before, but I didn't get a lot of rest before I made that run, and I started it like at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time to get over here right before 5, because there wasn't really a place to park and stuff like that. So it was just planning, and in fact, so that I didn't get there too early, I think I was doing the last 2 hours right about 55 miles an hour instead of what I usually do, 60, 61, somewhere around there, but 55, just so I could get there a little bit later. Anyway, so once I got done there, I only had 10 hours left on my 70-hour clock. They're going to try to get me something tomorrow, at least to move it. I don't get any time back on a recap until the day after tomorrow. Then I'm going to start getting 10, 11 hours each day for about five days. So they're going to try to get me on a load and get me running. If not, then I'll have done a 34 sometime about roughly about 9 o'clock tomorrow night. I'll have a 34 in, but that's fine. That's great. A couple things I wanted to share with you today. One is I went to go explore the Cabela's. I took some video and stuff like that. I may try to put some together and post it, but like I said, the audio is not that great. I bought a new microphone. That's what I'm using right now. That's this little microphone right here, this Sony mic. It's a nice mic. I thought I lost it. In fact, I dropped it when I was getting out of the truck, and luckily it was still there. It's been sitting out there for a couple hours, but I couldn't find it when I got over to Cabela's, and I had my headset, my Bluetooth headset that I used to make phone calls and stuff, but the sound just wasn't that great with that. That said, if you get a chance to come explore the Cabela's, it's great. This one over here, there's a lot of stuff to see. Cabela, if you don't know, Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops, same company now. It used to be different, but Bass Pro Shops bought out Cabela's. I've been to the really big Bass Pro Shops at the Pyramid in Memphis. That's really cool. This one was pretty cool over here too. It is in Fort Worth. It's the only Cabela's in Fort Worth, so if you get a chance to come explore it, come check it out. The little restaurant that they have there, it's really good. I was gonna get this thing called the Yeti burger, and they have some exotic kind of meat. I want to say exotic meats. It was actually had 3 quarter pound patties in it. One of Angus beef, one of buffalo, and one of elk. and then it had some other stuff in it. And I was going to get it, but it was like $15 for that. Instead, I saw this thing called the Carnivore Club. It had roast beef, ham, turkey, and bacon, lettuce, tomato. You get pickles and onions. I don't like the pickles and onions. I got a little bit of mayo on it, and I got a side of fries. It was all less than $9, which was really good because this was an excellent sandwich. It was really good. It was a lot to eat. I mean, it made me feel full. In fact, it made me feel sleepy because I was already tired. But when you get that fullness and you're content, and you just, I had trouble getting back to the truck. I was so relaxed once I get done eating that. But what was really great were the fries. Best fries I've had in a long time. Not overly salty. Good, nice and crispy on the outside. Like when you snap a fry or you bite into a fry, and it's got that little crispy sound to it, but it's still soft on the inside. Cooked but soft, and just really great. I'm the kind of guy with fries, I grab like a handful and put it in ketchup and just eat it like this. Same thing with popcorn. I'll just grab a handful of popcorn and throw it in my mouth. This is one of those like fry by fry because you want it to last, and it was really great. So if you get a chance, go check it out over there. It's absolutely worth it. It's reasonable. I'd have spent more getting something at McDonald's than I did over there, and the food was by far better over there. So go check it out. I wanted to show you a couple things, things that I'm finding for my truck, that I find helpful, that I've done some research on. So we have what's called a Qualcomm, and I'm not going to show you the details, but I'm going to show you what it sort of looks like. So this is a Qualcomm right here. It's a little computer. There's different types. There's a tablet kind. There's other stuff, but this is a communication device. It's got a little slide out keyboard like this, but it's got this big old cable here, and it's really a pain. You have to like hold it and type like this, or try to set it in your steering wheel and type with it, and it just wants to keep sliding. It's heavy. The cord doesn't help. Even the little tablet one, you have to sort of hold it. It's like really big, and because of the cord, you have to hold it in one hand and like henpeck it to put to send messages, and it just takes a while, and it's not easy to use that way. So, but I found a little thing. So I want to suggest that you try to use if you get a chance. I saw that somebody was using this. It's a little keyboard, just like this. It looks like a little controller, but it comes with a USB dongle. These Qualcomms have USB ports in them. You plug that in there. This has a rechargeable battery. It just uses a mini USB, little rechargeable battery, and you use it if you text, which just about everybody texts. It's just like texting, and you just leave the Qualcomm in its holder. You don't have to move it. You're just using this to text. It's so much quicker sending messages. It's so much easier to do things. It even has a little mouse pad right here where you can use your finger, touch pad, and you can move the cursor. You can tap it once to, just like you're tapping you're left clicking. If you want to right click, you use two fingers and you tap it. If you want to scroll up and down, use two fingers and scroll up or down. But it also has this arrow stuff and everything. This is a great thing. I got it from Amazon. There's different versions of it. This one actually lights up, so at night, it lights up so you can see that. $12. It is one of the best $12 that you're ever going to spend. Get it. It's absolutely worth it. Okay. So let me go from my thing that I really like, that I for $12 to something I just bought. I'm not going to show you it because you've probably seen it. I bought a cushion about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Probably, I think I bought it right before I went on my break. $25. It was a Goodyear brand cushion. I got it at TA Travel Center. It was good for about 2 days, and then it's $25. It's not. It seems like a lot, but it's not for a cushion. And I kept seeing these purple seat cushions like mattresses and everything else. So knowing how much I drive, and knowing that I sit in this chair 10 hours a day at least, and it can get sore, or you feel it like you can feel it, the next day or whatever. But I decided I was going to go ahead and put the money out to get one of those. I did my research. There were other options to try and whatever, but this one had gotten the best reviews from the most people. And for a guy my size, the Ultimate was the one, and they had them at the truck stop I was at, Russell's in Glen Rio, New Mexico. They had them. $129.99 plus tax, $140 almost for it. I used it on the trip last night. I'll do a little review of it later, but so far I like it. The only thing that I'm not thrilled about is that even though the cover on it has a no slip side on it, it still wants to slip around. There's got to be something that somebody does to keep it from moving. I'm going to do some research and see, but that's the only thing. I'm afraid when I get in and out of the truck, sometimes it wants to follow me out of the truck, and so I got to be real careful with it. But so far so good. Sometimes you got to spend some money. I mean, I'd rather spend the money and be comfortable, especially when I spend money to make money. Plus, it's going to be worth it in the long run. So I did get that. I'll do a review of that later and go from there. There's a lot of things that are in the truck. If you're driving a truck now, or you've done some research about truck driving, or somebody or something like that, and there's little gadgets and stuff that people have, please leave a note in the comments below. Let me know about it. I'd like to look up stuff like that. I like to check out stuff like that. When I did the vlog from Iowa 80, I loved going through that place. It was so amazing. I can't wait to get back there just to spend some time checking it out. Hopefully I'll be able to do a 10 there. I'll plan to try to do a 10 there to check out the museum and everything else, but also to see what else there is. I got my radio up and running. I'm liking that. I bought one of those retention things it's a lanyard that you connect, and it pulls it up, and I got it because I wanted to pull the cable up just a little bit higher to do that. I'm not liking that, the lanyard part. Yeah, it goes up higher, and that's fine, but the mic wants to bounce around, and it gets a little unnerving kind of thing. So I'm not sure about that. Other things that are important to do. I mean, I've got or to have that I've found out so far. You need to have an extension for to plug into your car, to your car power, like the old what do you call them, the old lighter sockets. I've got one that has three outlets. It actually has 3 outlets, and it's got 2 USB outlets on it as well, so 5 total. But I run that up and I've got it on the dash. These dashes are so big you can put it up there and you won't really see it very much. I'm going to reorganize and clean it up a little bit, but I have that because that way I can run all the cables to. I've got the cable to my satellite, to my satellite radio. I've got the cable and I've also got the cable to my Alexa, because I have that sitting on the dash, and I also have the cable to my phone. I've got a phone holder up here on the window, so I've got all that up there. So I'm going to clean it up a little bit and straighten it out, because it's moving around a little bit. I want to get it so it stays in one place. But things like that are important to have. Things that I didn't realize that. You have a good idea, you think you have a good idea, and then it doesn't work out. I bought for my closet, for the closet I have here, I wanted some separation instead of just throwing stuff in there. I bought one of those hanging sweater devices. They're they're made out of plastic or that kind of material, and it looks like they have little cubbies. They hang from the rod and everything like that. Really good when you put stuff in there. It looks really nice. Bad part is this truck moves, and it moves a lot. Every time I open that door, everything just jumps out at me. So I did some research. Amazon's got one that actually has drawers that go in there. I'm gonna get that and replace this one, because it just becomes a mess every time I open that door. Other things, I'm just gonna find out as I go. But if you have any ideas, let me know. It's been a great day so far. It been a fairly relaxing day. Got to watch a little bit of TV. Saw somebody that starting to run into people. Saw some guy that we talked. We were in grad class together, and he just happened to be over here. Ran into him, got a chance to talk to him, see how things were going with him, and I had talked to the guy before that did my repower yesterday. I talked to him out in Kingman, all that stuff like that. So it's been a good day. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I don't know what kind of load they're going to get me on. I'm going to try not to go to the yard if I can help it, but if I have to, I have to. But I'm going to see if I can avoid going to the yard. But like I said, if I have to, I have to. But we'll see what happens. So either way, I'm going to get a load tomorrow. That's going to go somewhere for about 8 hours, 9 hours, or I'll get a load on, or I'll have my 70 back by late tomorrow, and I'll get a load on Sunday. So whichever ends up happening, it's fine with me. But I do want to get running. The problem with only having 8 hours is they give me another 300 mile run that ends up going through the night, and I end up really tired and not making a lot of money off of it. So, because they're just not going to make. It's a lot of work for that much, and the reason why it's a lot of work is because if you don't repower it, if you've got to go, and if it's a live load and you've got to go and wait at the dock and let them load it, run it for 8 hours, let them spait and let them unload it. You're gonna run. First of all, you're gonna run through your clock, but second, you're not getting paid for all that downtime, the loading and unloading. You're just getting paid for the drive time, and if you're only driving 300 miles, that's not a lot. That's maybe $100, maybe. So, hopefully they'll find me something decent, get me running someplace I haven't been before. I'd love to go to Florida. I'd love to go to the Carolinas. Maine's probably a little cold right now. Out west, I've been out west a lot. We'll see where they send me. Hopefully in the southeast, I'd like to go check that out. But we'll go where they want us to go. So anyway, I hope you guys have had a great day. I hope you got some great plans for this first weekend of the new decade and the new year. Whatever they are, be safe. As I've told you before, be safe around these trucks. Don't cut them off. Don't pull right in front of them. Don't tailgate them. You're just asking for trouble like that. And if you're driving a truck, same thing. Don't be tailgating these four-wheelers. Give them plenty of room. It's not going to make you that much later and cost you that much money to let them get in front of you, and then give them a little bit of space, and then get back up to speed. So just take care of each other. That's the big thing. So again, this is Rick, also known as Duke City Devil Dog. I'm driving for Stevens Transport. I'm psyched about it. I may post some of that Cabela stuff on a later date or whatever, but if not, it was okay. If I will or I won't. It's just one of those things. We'll see. But you guys have a great one, and I will talk to you later.